Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Rants and Yarn with Two Best Friends. And again, Stefanie's busy, so we'll find time to do another video at some point. And I'm here bringing you another video by myself on what was a rainy weekend. And yeah. This weekend was rainy and just not an outdoor type kind of day. And it's atypical for this time of year to rain in California. And, well, not necessarily California, but just in my part of California. You know, you would think of it as a sunny, maybe mid-70s type of day, you know. Just lovely to be outside for this type of weekend because Memorial Weekend's coming through, and it's supposed to be a picnic. It's supposed to be a picnic type day, which is the start of picnics for all of the summer, you know. But lo and behold, in some places it gets cold to about 30 degrees. And I'm here back up with the heater. I thought heater weather was over and I was like packing them away. And I'm like, time to bring them out. Back out again. So here I am with my long sleeve shirt and getting cozy again. Not trying to see what will keep me cool, you know. It's like, okay, time to keep me warm again. So yeah. And I want to emphasize to all of you again to please check out my social medias, and thank you to all who have checked out my social media and who I'm friends with on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you to all of you, and I want to let people know to please come and shop at my stores and find something good to watch, or check my previous videos on Facebook and shop from there. You can message me anything you're interested in. I just need help getting my items sold. I mean, or just taken from me, you know. I just want my items gone, you know. So if you could help me or know anyone who needs any of the items I'm posting, just send them your way. I just want to get rid of these so I can have new stuff for you guys that I'm selling. You know, I don't want to have to keep showing you guys the old stuff because it just gets bland. But those have to go first before I can have new stuff for you. And every once in a while I add something new from time to time too. So yeah. But thanks everyone for all your support on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the Instagram. And you can see the latest of what I've been up to. So the article I have for you today is called Bad Dreams Are Good. Your Nightlife Prepares You for What's to Come. So I guess, so what they're saying here is, it's not really a guess. What they're saying here is that dreams are good because it's supposed to signal what's to happen in your life. It's like a metaphor for what's going to happen in your life, because it's not necessarily for certain. Like, you know, if you don't live somewhere where what was in your dream actually happens, like if you don't live in a place where there are volcanoes, of course you're not going to, but it's a metaphor that something of that nature is going to happen. You just have to be aware of it. You don't know when, you don't know how. It's a metaphor for something of that, physical or mental that's going to happen to you, Like, say, you have a volcanic eruption in your dream. Well, maybe it's a signal that, if it's not a literal signal, then it's like something like, oh, something's gonna erupt in your life, and someone's gonna get really mad and fume up and erupt in your life, or something like that, or something's gonna happen to that effect. You just have to look at the hidden messages. And bad dreams and good dreams, they're supposed to signal different things. What are dreams for? A handful of theories predominate. Sigmund Freud famously contended that they reveal hidden truths and wishes. 1. More recent research suggests that hidden truths and wishes. More recent research suggests that they may help us process intense emotions, or perhaps sort through and consolidate memories, or make sense of random neuron activity, or rehearse responses to threatening situations. Others argue that dreams have no evolutionary function, but simply dramatize personal concerns. Despite being largely unsupported by evidence, Freud's view maintains a strong following around the world. Researchers found that students in the U.S., South Korea, and India were much more likely to say that dreams reveal hidden truths than to endorse better substantiated theories. And I've also told you, like I've said before, it is. People look at it as hidden meanings. Like, you have to decipher your dream, what it could mean for you in your life. Because I don't believe it's like always literal. Relatedly, people put great stock in their dreams. In the same study, respondents said that dreaming about a plane crash would cause them more anxiety than an official warning about a terrorist attack. Well, yeah, because if there's a warning of a terrorist attack, it's like, okay, well, you're just happy to be lucky that you weren't on that flight, or if there's a warning that terrorist attack could happen, you don't know how it's going to happen, and B, you don't know when and where, and you could assume and you hope you're not there at that time. But if you dream of a plane crash, of course it's more imminent, because you're like, I have a planned flight in the future, or I have or I know someone who's flying, or etc., etc. It could, so you have to think of it that way. Well, because, when it's literal, like you dreamt of it, of course it's going to scare you more than what you're seeing. Of course, what I see and what I hear warnings of course it does scare me, but all I can do is just say my prayers and hope I'm not a part of it in any way. But when it's a dream, of course you can still pray that you'll be safe, but dreams seem more realistic to happen to you, so everybody perceives. Even if dreams can't foretell the future, they seem to expose our shared fascinations. The majority of dreams occur during REM sleep cycle, of which the average person is 4 or 5 a night. And those are either you remember what they are, or you forget what they are. And most of the time when you dream, you may remember one thing that you dreamt about, but you could have dreamt about hundreds of things while you were sleeping. 8% of dreams are about sex, a rate that holds for both women and men, though women are twice as likely as men to have sexual dreams about a public figure, while men are twice likely to dream about multiple partners. Anxiety is also rife. A study in Canadian university students found that most common dream topics, apart from sex, to be school, failing, being chased, and arriving too late for something. Yeah, because most college students, they're stressed about school and they just want to do well and get it over with, you know? And of course, it stresses them and worries them that it ends up becoming a part of their dream, what some of the worries could end up being. And in the regular time when people are more relaxed, of course, they're going to have more dreams that are relaxed, like sex. And it's not a bad thing to dream and fantasize about different aspects of sex as long as you don't actually do them in real life and have regrets about it. Because, like, if you have sexual fantasies and you want to play them out, at least, you know, you could catch your regular partner and do it with them, you know? I mean, you can put them up to it, you know? You can discuss it with them and maybe they'll be up to doing it. Who knows? You can be surprised what people do that they're not willing to tell you. But, you know, you have to really know someone really well before you can, like, bring up certain things to them and then be willing to, like, you know, be into it, you know. But don't take it too far-fetched, because if it's like some out there fantasy, don't expect to find your partner willing to do that, something that's really far out, because, you know, they might not be thinking that way or be comfortable, you know. And how do you know you're really comfortable doing that if you've never tried it before and it was just in your dream? You know, really assess yourself. First, you have to assess yourself if you're really willing to do that, and that before you get someone involved. For all the commonalities dreams exhibit, they vary across time. People who grow up watching black and white TV are more likely to dream in black and white. And culture. That's true. You dream in what your universe is. Because when I was, like, studying for a whole year, and now my French is falling apart because I don't have practice, but I can still understand and read it. Just talking is a little more difficult, but I could easily pick it up, no problem, if I kept at it. But when I was studying it for a whole year and speaking it regularly, when I was there for a whole year, I even started dreaming in it, you know, and that was interesting. A 1958 study determined that compared with Japanese people, Americans dreamed more about being locked up, losing a loved one, finding money, being inappropriately dressed or nude, or encountering an insane person. Encountering an insane person, that's scary. You know? Because we're told to believe a certain way about insane people, and it's like scary if you're to encounter one, you know? Japanese people were more likely to dream about school, trying repeatedly to do something, being paralyzed with fear, or wild, violent beasts. For their part, beasts almost certainly have nightmares too. Just about all mammals are thought to dream, as are birds, some lizards, and unique among invertebrates, cuttlefish. Of course, because I can see when dogs are dreaming, because they're like moving and tossing, and like I feel like I have to wake them up so they don't end up convulsing, you know? And it's like, I know they were dreaming of something, but you don't even know what it is. So, but it's interesting to see that they actually are able to dream as well. The dreamiest member of the animal kingdom is the platypus, which logs up to 8 hours of REM sleep a day. Well, yeah, most animals, they just can sleep all day and get 8 hours of REM, you know, because we probably sleep 8 hours, but maybe we log in half of that. If humans' dreams sound bleak, bear in mind that even negative ones can have positive effects. In a study of students taking a French medical school entrance exam, 60% of the dreams they had beforehand involved a problem with the exam, such as being late or leaving an answer blank. But those who reported dreams about the exam, even bad ones, did better on it than those who didn't. Yeah, well, because if you're dreaming that you're going to do good, you're more at ease, but then maybe you end up, you know, not doing so well, and the people with the bad dreams end up doing well. I mean, it's contradictory to, it sounds contradictory, but I guess when you get all your fears out, it helps you better calm down and be focused on it. I guess when you have the good dreams, you are focused on that. You're able to get good sleep, yes, but I guess later when you get to the test, that's when you get frazzled, I guess, and scared and maybe make errors. But again, it could depend on the person. So the next time you dream about an education-related sexual experience in which you are both falling and being chased, don't worry, it's probably totally meaningless. Then again, your brain might be practicing so you'll be ready if such an event ever comes to pass. Because you don't know if you're going to encounter an event like that. You only know you don't know if an event like that is ever going to happen to you. You only know that it could happen. So at least you're prepared. Like when I dreamed of a lobster chasing me around the grocery store. Because some stores have live lobsters in the tank. That's to prepare me for, that could prepare me for anyone that's chasing me, but I don't ever think a lobster would be chasing me around a grocery store. Let alone would I ever invite such an event to happen. But who knows what the real meaning is. And I don't know where, I think I donated it. But I used to have a book that explained about dreams, and I donated it because it was something that I guess I didn't feel like keeping. Or I have so many books, I was just trying to move and didn't want to have to drag a whole lot of books with me and find places to put them back when I moved, so, you know, a whole lot of things. But they tell you the meanings of certain things in your dreams, and it's interesting to see. But, you know, that might not really be, but there could be a hidden meaning behind that dream. Or like me running away from a volcanic explosion with my family. Either I could someday end up in a place where there's a volcano, or that could be a metaphor for something else. Some other natural disaster happening that I have to run away from. I don't know. But it's good to always be ready. So I don't really worry about most of my other innate dreams because they're just nice ones to keep me peaceful at night. Other ones because of what I watched on TV, and others because of encounters in life. But the ones that just happen, you're like, why did I dream that? Those are the ones that you should pay attention to and put them in your mind and be like, okay, I gotta prepare myself in case something of that sort of nature happens to me, you know? And it doesn't hurt to always be prepared and ready for a natural disaster to happen, or ready to be chased by someone. Like, you know, you always have to be prepared for, yeah, robbers who can chase you, or people who want to harm you that you have to run away from. It can mean that too. So yeah. Well, that concludes this article, and it's good to know that bad dreams are good for you, because it will signal you to be prepared for what may come in your life or what you may witness. It's only the bad dreams that come from having watched a scary movie are the practical ones that highly unlikely to happen to you. Anyway, people, have a good night and enjoy your dreams, and don't worry about the bad ones, because those are good for you, so you can be alert and know what the good ones and the bad ones are that could come your way in real life. And I've had deja vu memories from dreams, and some of them have happened in my life. Like, I dreamed of having been somewhere. I'm like, wait, I've never been. And then later on, I'm like, oh, I dreamed of going here, or I went here and then I dreamed of it, you know. I didn't know which happened first, the dreaming of it or the actually going to that place. So, if I dreamed of it first, then wow, what a deja vu. But it's a deja vu because it's hard to tell, like, oh, I've been here before. But you can't pinpoint when, or maybe it was in your dream. So that's really interesting for me sometimes when I dream those things, and that's unique. Well, everyone, thank you for watching this video, and I want to wish you a good week. I'll see you again next week for another episode of Rants and Yarn with Two Best Friends. Again, check out my social media down below, and check out Stefanie's social media, and please shop with me and help me get all my things sold or given away. And you can all be glad this is one of the many short videos I could bring you, because I know, I'm sorry that most all of them have been really long, but all the articles have been really long but very informative. Anyway, I'm out, everybody.